Over the years, you've heard me ask wealth manager Warren Ingram the big questions. How do we invest wisely? How do we protect our family's future? All those conversations, that entire library of financial expertise is now available as a podcast. Straightforward advice to help you build your wealth on demand. Just search for Warren Ingram's Personal Finance wherever you get your podcasts.
You're with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Let's walk the talk. Streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856.
92.7 and 106 FM.
Seven minutes after 9 o'clock. Dumelang, happy Friday. Welcome to the Clement Manyathela Show. How are you doing on this 25th day of July? Payday for some of you, if you're lucky enough to have a job in this country. Thank you for choosing 702 this morning. I hope you're good, and I hope you've had a wonderful week and that you're ready for the weekend and ready for the 702 Walk the Talk. Can't wait to meet you, to see you on Sunday in Pretoria. It's Friday, and you know what we do every Friday? We do Gratitude Friday. This is where you can call us right now and tell us what you are grateful for this week. What happened this week that made you happy, that reminded you of how blessed you are? Did you or your loved one graduate? Did you ace that exam? Did you seal that deal? Were you reminded of how blessed you are to have a partner you have, the kids you have, the family you have? We do this every Friday because the whole idea is to try and cultivate this culture of gratitude, right? For the big or small things. So come on, please call us. We want to celebrate with you. 011-883-0702. The WhatsApp line is 072-702-1702. If you've got comments, you can put them up on YouTube. If you're watching us on the 702 YouTube page, because as you know now, you can watch and listen to the show at the same time. Just Google 702 YouTube page. It will come up and you can watch and listen to the show at the same time. And you can see when I forget that I'm on camera and I roll my eyes to something. You can post your comments there. I'll read them on the YouTube page. Can we show some love for Banyana Banyana and wish them well as they take on Ghana tonight in the third place playoff? Yes, our hopes of defending the WAFCON ended in tears for us when we lost to Nigeria, but our ladies can still come home with a medal. So let's wish them well and keep them in our thoughts, in our prayers. So good luck to Banyana Banyana tonight. Code 10 or code 8? That's the question. Yesterday, Jonathan Kabazela came to studio to tell us what's coming up on 702 Drive, and they were going to talk to Wendy Nola about something else. And I remember I got the shock of my life when I found out yesterday that Kabazela has a code 10. So it was 702 afternoons, not 702 Drive, sorry. Jonathan was standing in for Relebochile. And he told us on air that he's got a code 8 driver's license. And I'm not kidding you. I'm really being honest here. I got the shock of my life. I have never met a man with a code 8 driver's license. I've never. I've always somehow, and wrongfully so, but I've always assumed that like men go for a code 10. And again, to give you context around this, where I come from, a lot of people who decided to take, or their parents who decided to get them to get a code 10 is because they wanted us to have other opportunities, right? Because again, the context of where we come from, the employment opportunities, it's not a lot of, unemployment is crazy. And you see this a lot when you go home in the village. So the better opportunity that our parents thought we could have was to get us to have code 10 driver's licenses, so that should something happen, at least you can at least drive trucks, for instance. And I do have some people I know back home who drive trucks. So that has always been the thinking for me. And I used to think, okay, so all of us, we get this because it actually increases our opportunities of getting employment. And I've always thought that, okay, a lot of ladies then are probably getting a code 8, because normally guys at then, the context I had then was they're the ones that end up, for instance, going into the industry, driving trucks, etc., etc. So I really was shocked. Now, the debate that then ensued yesterday when I expressed this was, who are better drivers? Code 10 or code 8? And which one was easier to pass? I still think that code 8 is very easy to pass. If you gave me a vehicle, and that's the thing about many of us who did code 10s, is we already knew how to drive already. Because at home, either your loved one, if you were lucky enough to maybe have a loved one who had a family, or your neighbor, they already taught you how to do that, or you were stealing cars to go drive. So had you given me a code 8, I was going to ace that immediately. So I do think that code 8 is probably easier to pass than a code 10. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that. We can debate that. But I was so surprised. And I want to put this question to you because we didn't have time to talk about it yesterday. Which one is easier, code 10 or code 8? And who are the better drivers? And am I the only one who's shocked that there are actually guys with a code 8? Well, because there's clearly a lot. Bongani Bima has a code 8. KG has a code 8. And I was telling them me and Abel have a code 10. 011-883-0702. WhatsApp's on 072-702-1702. It's a Friday. Let's have fun with that.
Clement Manyathela, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856
92.7
and 106 FM.
Max, you are calling us from Naturena. Good morning.
Clement, how are you today?
I'm all right, man. What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful, man. God has blessed me with a beautiful 6-year-old now. Yesterday we celebrated her birthday. I've been raising this beautiful girl since she was 2 years on my own with nobody's help.
Wow.
She just brought a new meaning to life for me. And I know a lot of people struggle to do this alone. And especially for a man raising a girl, it's completely difficult. But
Oh, Max.
I only disappointed that she wanted an Orlando Pirates jersey with Fuken on it, but I can't find her size.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, but and Max, wait. Did you say she's adopted, or what's the context?
No,
it's your child.
She's my biological daughter.
But you
just the mother disappeared when she was 2 years old. So,
yeah. Max.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that, man. Thank you for raising a strong daughter, and for taking up that responsibility as a man, especially in these times when men are running away from responsibilities. That's amazing. And happy belated birthday to your daughter who turned 6. That's amazing stuff. Max, thank you so much for your call. Ken, you are calling us from Randburg. I understand you're a driving instructor. Good morning.
Morning. Yes.
Hi, go ahead.
I think that the code 10, the license for the code 10 is, people go for that because you don't do the side parking. All you're doing is alley docking. So you're doing one alley docking and then you're going onto the road.
Yeah.
So, and then you're only going about 40, 45. So you're not getting, the real experience of driving a light motor vehicle. So I get quite a few people coming back to me after getting a code 10 license, learning how to drive a small car.
Really?
Because they haven't got the yeah. And the difference is with code 10 and a code 14. Don't forget that code 14 is a long it's a bigger truck. It's a trailer truck. So therefore, that the difference with that is that's where you're getting your driving exposure from. Is from a bigger truck. A code 10 is not difficult. It's when you're driving a light motor vehicle, you got to get the experience after driving a small truck. I get a lot of that all the time, coming back and learning how to drive a light motor vehicle for whatever reason. So driving a code 10 is an easy way to get your license.
Okay. I'll take that from you, Ken, because you're a driving instructor. Thank you for calling us in Randburg. Let's go to Norma, who's also in Randburg. Norma, good morning.
Good morning, Clement. How are you?
I'm all right. What are you grateful for?
Oh, man. So, Clement, I get it. We used to stay goody flipping, so we only had a couch, and the kids would sit on the carpet to eat. Daddy and I are on the couch, and so we recently moved into a new home.
Wow.
And I bought a dining room set, and on Monday, it was just so amazing for us to sit around the table as a family, pray together, and as we were eating, we were asking each other, how was your day at school? How was your day at work? And it was just so beautiful, seeing my kids open up. I mean, they're 7 and 4. And the 4-year-old, usually you would ask him, how's your day at school? It was nice. But he was just ramping on and on and on because, we're all doing it together and he's hearing that people are saying a lot, so he also starts to have stories. So it was just really a nice, intimate time with the family. So I'm really grateful for that.
Sounds so amazing. Listen, well done to you and your partner. Congratulations for, getting a new home and finishing it like that and having that opportunity to sit around the table with your children. Thank you for sharing that with you. We are grateful together with you. Let's go to Renee, who's calling us from Joburg. Renee, good morning.
Good morning, Clement. Long time no speak. I trust you are very well.
I'm good, brother. Go ahead.
That's good, man. Clement, Ken from Randburg took the words out of my mouth when he mentioned to you that it's easy for you guys to get a code 10 license.
Wait, Renee, you also have a code 8?
I also have a code 8.
My goodness.
Definitely. In our day, if you wanted to be a very good driver, you would get a code 14 license. Because, as Ken mentioned, that was, heavy articulated vehicles, you learn to drive properly. But here's the other thing that you don't also understand, Clement. A few years ago, my sister had to claim from the insurance. And she had put her husband as the normal driver on the vehicle. And you pay far more insurance because you have a code 10, because they are making people do code 10 licenses because it's easy. So you guys pay a lot more in terms of insurance.
What?
As opposed to us who have code 8 licenses. Yes. Because so many people are taking code 10 licenses and it's easy because they know these people can't drive properly. They can't park properly. They damage their cars easily. On numerous occasions, especially in parking lots at the shopping malls, I've had to ask ladies to get out of the car to help them park the car. They don't get taught.
That's so fascinating. I mean, Renee, honestly, the ladies I know who've got a code 8, I've had to help them do parking a lot.
Look, I can't comment on that, but I promise you, 90% of women have a code 10 license.
Okay.
Or shall I say 80%?
80%.
They can't park properly. They can't.
Okay, thank you, Renee. Listen, guys, I really, clearly have been living under a rock. I didn't know. Obviously, I knew that there must be some women who do a code 10, but I thought the number is not that high. But is that the case that us who've got code 10, we pay more for insurance? That is someone in the industry who's able to confirm that for me, please? Thabo, you are in Sunninghill. Good morning. Thabo, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, man. Go ahead.
I started with code 8.
Yeah.
But where I was working, because I was driving with code 8, but I was driving a code 10 car. We were going to get into trouble. I had to upgrade to code 10. So, but on the same breath, like the previous caller said, a lot of people have taken code 10 because it's easier. You don't do side parkings and all that. So if you can look at a lot of people that have did code 10, they can't actually park.
Mara
I do
guys,
agree with the last
I mean,
caller.
I can park.
No, not you, Clement, no, excuse yourself, but just take about 10 people, put them with code 10 and say, there's a car, drive a small car and take it or do the side parking.
Yeah.
You're going to be surprised.
Where are my code 10 people? Please. Are you struggling with side parking? Are you guys struggling with people who did code 10? Can you call me, tell me, are you struggling as it is claimed? Because as I said, many of us who went to do code 10, we already knew how to drive in some way. Well, some of us at least. So if you had given me a car to do a code 8, I would have aced it in a couple of minutes. Ken, who's a driving instructor, would have given me a distinction. But Tibos says that's not really the case. Interesting. Thank you, Tibos, for your call. Let's go to Abdia in Sunning Hill. Abdia, hi.
Hey, Clement, hi.
Hey.
So, I got a code 10 license, right? But I got it in Venda many years ago.
Yeah.
But when I came to Joburg, they asked me to change it to a code 8.
Who asked you to do that?
Long story short, I had an accident and blah, blah, blah. So what happened was I could only drive straight because that is how they taught me in Venda. It was a huge truck, right?
Yes.
Because you had to get on the back of the bucky and go. And then my first accident was I knocked a petrol tank at the garage, right? So I don't think I was taught very well. But 30 years later, I'm just grateful I got a license. I got a code 10 license and a code 8. But I drive a car, and I can tell you I can really negotiate with the taxis.
Wait, Abdia. Where do you think you get that skill to negotiate with a taxi? From your code 10 experience or code 8 experience?
So that's it. Listen, Clement, when I'm in Cape Town, right?
Yeah.
You know how the taxi drivers drive.
Yeah.
When I drive, then they tell me, "Mevrou, jy kak. Jy bietjie beter." You know, they tell me I really don't drive well. But the thing is, in South Africa, you need to know how to negotiate to drive a taxi driver.
Yeah.
Otherwise, then you'll be dead. Anyway, that's my story.
That's true. Abdia, I've got a feeling Abdia is able to navigate the taxi because une code 10. It's 25 after 9.
Over the years, you've heard me ask wealth manager Warren Ingram the big questions. How do we invest wisely? How do we protect our family's future? All those conversations, that entire library of financial expertise is now available as a podcast. Straightforward advice to help you build your wealth on demand. Just search for Warren Ingram's Personal Finance wherever you get your podcasts.
Your voice,
Your station.
your open line
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
on 702.
28 after 9. Khoetsione, you calling from Centurion. Good morning.
Hi, Clement. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I wanted to come to your rescue with code 10.
Please, man.
I got my code 10.
Yes, and tell me you're a good
2007.
driver.
And I am the best. I've saved a few of my colleagues in the office, basement parking, they couldn't park.
And you helped
I've
them.
rescued them. And the other time there by Centurion Mall, I was helping some guy driving a very brand new car. I said, please do not scratch that car. I love it. And Audi A3, I helped him to reverse and park.
I bet you he had a code 8, that
code
guy.
10 drivers.
Yeah, the Mazen. And now you're busy helping code 8 drivers park there. Khosenti, good on you. Thank you for coming to the rescue. Lisile, you're calling from the East End. Good morning.
Good morning, Clement. Yes, I actually work in the car rental industry, and I'm just picking up on this conversation. It's interesting to note that some car rental companies actually charge a small surcharge for people renting vehicles with a code 10 license. They perceive it as a slight risk. Because all the major car rental companies are self-insured. So I thought I'll just add to the conversation value with a small point.
Oh, thank you so much for that, Lisile. I appreciate that from someone also speaking from experience. Leslie, it's so fascinating. I didn't know that. So some of us are actually paying more for insurance. And even when we hire these cars because we have a code 10, And I wonder how huge the difference is. Because otherwise we might as well go to a code 8, Abel, so that we reduce our insurance premium. It's 9:30.
Over the years, you've heard me ask wealth manager Warren Ingram the big questions. How do we invest wisely? How do we protect our family's future? All those conversations, that entire library of financial expertise is now available as a podcast. Straightforward advice to help you build your wealth on demand. Just search for Warren Ingram's Personal Finance wherever you get your podcasts.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
On 702.
24 minutes before 10 o'clock. Let's go back to your calls on 011-883-0702. Now in Fourways. Good morning.
Good morning, Mutengisi.
Sure.
I have a code 8 and I have a code 8 and I got it because when I started working I was lucky to buy a car before I started working long in the days. But what I want to say to you that I believe that the code 8 drivers are very good, and I can even challenge you that you with a code 10, you can't even side park a car with a trailer.
A big car.
Listen to me. A small car, a code 8 like a bakkie, pulling a trailer. You can't even park it. And I stand to be corrected. I just hope that that other gentleman, the instructor, is still listening. People with code 10, they're expected to pull a trailer.
Oh, do you guys do that?
I can bet you. I can bet you. You can't park.
Do you guys pull trailers when you're doing a code 8?
Yes. No, I didn't, but I had to learn it.
Oh, okay.
I can side park a buggy pulling a trailer. And I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Yeah, that I'll concede to it now.
Thank you.
Okay, bye now. Now I just came to prove a point. Mimi, save me, please. You're in roundabout. Hi.
Unfortunately, I can't save you. I'm a code 8.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And I refused with the statement that ladies cannot park. The code 8 people, they can park, especially on the side parking. Let me tell you, with the code 10, they always go to the malls and find these not busy parking right at the end because they don't want to be disturbed even when they go out because they can't park. I even say now when you go to this mall, people are being saved by this Abu Pozayam because they would say, Woza mama. Otherwise, without those guys, most of the people will not be able to park. So good code 8 drivers are the best drivers. I think we should take this exercise somewhere and put it to practical because
I think so.
I think even you got better after some time, but after your license, you couldn't park.
You know what? Maybe, I think maybe what we should do, Abel, is we must do like a challenge here. I think we should do a challenge. We probably should arrange something with Ken where we take, maybe me and Abel as people who've got a code 10, we go, we find, I'm sure there's somewhere around Senton here. Yeah? And then Ken, you are a driver's instructor. You called us earlier and you come and you will announce the results on there. How about that? So code 10 and code 8 go head to head, and Ken, you'll tell us what to do. Are we side parking? And then you give us like 3 minutes. Like imagine 2 minutes side park. You think a code 8 person can side park in 2 minutes? I'm willing to bet. Maybe we should work on that. Huh? Maybe we should work on that. What do you think? Because, this is crazy. It's 22 now, before 10 o'clock.
Voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
On 702.
Good morning, Clement. In the spirit of showing love to Banyana, as you keep saying, which we support full-heartedly, may we also please spare some prayers, a lot of prayers, for the young lady who suffered a gruesome injury in the last match, Gabriela Salgado. We pray for her to, heal and a speedy healing to whatever injury that she suffered. And we wish her well. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Speedy recovery. And again, all the best to Banyana, who are taking on Ghana tonight in the third place playoffs. Yes, we failed to defend the WAFCON. But here we are now. We're gonna do this playoff with Ghana, and we can still come home with a medal.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
All right, here's a question. Are there people that you don't want to speak at your events? Right? Are there people that you don't want to speak at your event? So I know, like, for instance, remember we hosted Masake Kana the last time on the Hanging Out feature. Was it last week? I know she has said that to me before, that she doesn't want me to speak at her. Like for instance, should she get married, she doesn't want me to speak because I know too much. I don't think I would want her to speak at my wedding either, because she knows a lot. And you just don't know if people will have filters. So are there people you know for sure you don't want them to speak at your event? And why? You know, people who don't have a filter, you don't want them maybe to speak at your party or at your graduation or at someone's funeral because you know they have no filter and will embarrass you. And maybe you've been to events where you witnessed embarrassing speeches. What was that like? I'm asking that because there have been so many cases that we have seen, we're talking with producers, where people are speaking and they end up saying things they really shouldn't be saying. What am I talking about? I mean, there's several examples that I can use. Just random example. I mean, remember, there was a time, in fact, on our perfect wedding where something similar happened where you thought, who gave this person the mic?
Hallelujah. Abanye bafika sebeshadile. Amen. Mkhwenyana ngesicela sodwa nje kuwe ukuthi nje umthelele iperfume umakoti. Ahleze nuka kahle. Le perfume ethanda uwe mkhwenyana. Ozothi musondele eduze kwakho uenjoy kuba seduze kwakhe. Ileso nje sicela isikolo umphathi kaNkulunkulu. Mkhwenyana wenze sho ukuthi ngimthekele iperfume. Uyashisa bazalwane. So nje sifanele ukunuka.
Oh my God. So for those that may not understand, this person is speaking at someone's wedding. She is the friend. She's a friend of Makoti, right? And then she's coming there as a best friend to speak, and she tells the husband, the groom, please buy her cologne so that she can smell good. And perfume. Please buy her perfume so that she can smell good and you can enjoy, being next to her. And I mean, I think not every single one of us are blessed. No, not that I think, I know. Not all of us have emotional intelligence. Because what emotional intelligence helps you with is to know what to say, when to say it. Does the environment allow for you to say this or not? So, have any of you been embarrassed? Do you know of people that have been embarrassed by people they trusted to speak at their events and they started saying other things? I mean, like in this case where this woman says, buy her perfume so she can smell good. It's a little awkward. Here's another example. This one happened at a funeral.
And half of y'all in this church, she did not mess with and she did not like. You, I don't even know why you here. Because you didn't mess with her. Oh my God. And on top of that, you talk bad about her. I don't even know why you here. Because you got a lot to say and ain't came and did nothing for her. I'm just waiting for you to say something, because I got a Henny and a Jimmy waiting on you.
Girl, you... See, at a funeral, and you say to someone, Wena, why are you here? What are you doing here? Because you know what you've done, or you know what you've said. And let's be honest, guys, many of us we do go to funerals and we do think about these things, don't we? We do wonder, why is this one? After everything? Don't you? Have you never been there? I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest here. Have you never gone to a funeral and you wondered, how about this person? And this is not to suggest that because you had disagreements with someone, you shouldn't go and send them off well. But some people then, they come to a funeral and they act as if things were hunky-dory last night or the week before or a month before. And these are people who have been despicable to the person who has now deceased. I have often wondered that sometimes, where I'm like, this is so fascinating. The person is here. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Or have you been the one that's been embarrassed? Or maybe you've witnessed something. Bonisile, you're in Bedford View. What happened? Good morning.
Hey, Clement, how are you?
Hey, Tada.
So I've sort of been banned in my circle of friends from making wedding speeches.
Why?
After a grudge. So a friend of mine got married when we were still relatively young, in our very early 20s.
Yeah.
And I was making a speech there. And in my speech, my intentions were good. What I was basically saying is that you're getting married now. You're starting a new chapter in your life. We are still very young, so it might not be good for us to still maintain a close friendship. If you cut us off, I will completely...
Bonisile, sorry, we lost you there. So what happened? What happened when you said that? Are you saying the friend cut you off?
No, I told them that it's fine if he cuts us off because he's starting a chapter as a married man, and we were still living our very bachelor lives. And I made an example that, look at Tabitha over there. Mara, we were young. We were young. And I made an example, like Tabitha over there is with a girl that we've never even met before. We don't know her, but she's the
Did you say that during the speech at the wedding?
I was young, Clement. I was young as well.
I would also ban you. I would also ban you. Because, so what happened after the friendship? Was the wife comfortable with you guys being friends with her husband?
No, he actually did cut us off and we rekindled recently. I got married as well and we are now very mature. That nonsense from the past is just chai. So she's very comfortable. I actually even talk with her more than I even talk with him.
Yeah.
We actually ended up having a friendship after that. I think she loved my honesty.
Yeah. No, but hey, sometimes honesty goes too far. Thank you for sharing that. I think I would have banned Bonisile as well. Yeah. Because, can you imagine what the poor wife is thinking there? Like, oh, is that what you guys get up to with your friends? Yeah, Paul, you're in Midrand. Hi.
Hi, how are you, Graham?
Sharp, man. Go ahead.
Sharp. But look, man, I really had this. I have this partner of mine, my wife, obviously. I normally don't want her to talk, especially because it becomes like revealing too much.
Okay.
Then there is myself getting a wedding. We're having a wedding last 2 months, especially in May, end of May. And obviously I can't stop her because it's a moment, it's a day. And obviously as the bride, she has to talk. Oh, and sitting behind there, she started saying things which felt like it's hard for me to listen,
Yeah.
Especially talking issues of involving other friends, bigger, going deep, I can say deep. And I was trying to say she can't talk of them, but she revealed everything.
What about the friends? Was it like what friends were jealous of her or what?
Yeah, especially jealous of her, or especially when we bought her car, how she braked, it was tough,
And then the friends, were they there?
Yeah, most of them, especially she works with the legislature. Now, people were there, all of them. Now, my Lord, it was tough. And imagine, and especially as I'm marrying her as a second wife.
Oh, so she was a second wife.
Now, she will reveal lots. And it was like, even today, whenever I'm with her, I said, when I talk everything, you don't leave anything behind.
Wait, did she reveal that she's a second wife or what? What?
No. She know. No, that one they know because my first wife was there.
Oh,
It's not a
okay.
secret. It's not
So
a
what
secret.
if you bought her something and you said, "Hey, shush," because I didn't buy my first wife this, and then she speaks about it.
I bought her a car, because you bought a car before you could think anything.
Did you buy your first wife a car as well?
No, they do have. It's just that there she was a girlfriend by then,
Okay. Ish, yeah. Paul, it happens. Paul in Midrand, thank you for your call. Lintikile, and Daniel, I'll start with your calls after the break.
Over the years, you've heard me ask wealth manager Warren Ingram the big questions. How do we invest wisely? How do we protect our family's future? All those conversations, that entire library of financial expertise is now available as a podcast. Straightforward advice to help you build your wealth on demand. Just search for Warren Ingram's Personal Finance wherever you get your podcasts.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
On 702.
8 minutes before 10 o'clock. Lintikile, you're in Centurion. Good morning.
Hi, Clement.
Hey,
I just want to share with you something that happened. It was in your funeral. I'm a pastor by work, so I went deep down in Northwest to make a funeral, to do a funeral. At the end, they called an uncle. Remember, I don't know these people at the end of the city. They call an uncle. They say, come and give vote of thanks to the people who attended the funeral. So the uncle stood up and then he says, Banabako hai in Tswana, I just want to encourage you to stand together, near me together. That's what they said. Stand together like buttocks. And then nowadays when I do funerals, Clement, I always listen carefully to those people who are giving vote of thanks, because that old man scared me that day. So I laughed alone when I hear, I said, this is actually even traumatizing me today. Whenever there's a funeral, I'm traumatized by those people.
You're always anxious, or what are they going to say?
What are you going to say?
Yeah, I can imagine, especially because the older generation, they are very raw. They are very honest. For them, it's like, I'm just going to say this, whereas Reina, the younger ones are more, we want to be politically correct. We want to say the right thing. So I get it. Pastor Lintikile, thank you for calling us. Daniel, what do you want to share with us? Good morning.
Clement. I wouldn't. I just want to share the story where it happened. Actually, with illegally Fulama lady, my mom, and there was a lady who used to Unamufai hard time. I know that for a fact. But on the day of the funeral, she was there crying and all those sort of things. And I waited for a moment where they called us Banaba Mufuabu, and I asked, because I felt like, why are you crying? Because we knew that you didn't like it. Why today? Why are you here? Because it was not making sense to me that we were staying in the same street, and today we have a tragedy that maybe our mom is no longer, and you there helping us to cry for what?
So she came to the funeral, but she didn't like your mom at all. She gave your mom a hard time.
She was like, what? We would even go play with her kids, but we were not allowed in her yard. Certain things, I was like, I'm not gonna just go around this. I'm just gonna put it the way it is.
So did you say you went up there and you said, Wena, what are you doing here?
No, I went on the stage and gave the speech. Then after the speech, I was like, I put it in an indirect way, but actually telling her and facing her straight, because I felt like I won't be satisfied to see the person who used to actually make us feel like we are not kids. Whenever we play with her kids, we'll be maybe
yes.
And whenever she speaks about my mom, she will talk about all those ill things that she won't even told people that my mom was selling her body just to make us feed, to eat.
And here she is crying at the funeral.
So sometimes I think being honest is very important, and it doesn't matter the occasion, but if you have to point out the issue, just go to it straight.
I got you, Daniel, especially if you feel that gives you some kind of closure as well. I mean, if someone was treating your mom so terribly and they gave them a hard time and they come to the funeral when your mom passes away and they're busy crying there. That will be awkward, no?
Good morning, Clement. Good morning, Clement. You know, there's a time and a place. What the friend of the bride was saying could be good, but it can cause more harm than good in the way and the manner and the place where that message was delivered. You destroy someone when you tell them such things in public. That's not fair. I don't think what she was trying to achieve, she probably what meant it good, but the way, the place and everything destroyed the whole thing. Now people are this is going to be a laughing matter and destroy, the confidence of this person who's supposed to be coming into this marriage and enjoying it. But the base and the foundation that has been built upon is not, this is negative. It's a no. Eating from Marshall Town.
Clement, good morning. Great show as always. Clement, I'm going to choose to remain anonymous. Né? So there's a colleague of mine who we have collectively, as an office, requested that can you please not speak in meetings, not speak in gatherings, because that person off-ramps Clement. We have experienced a series of embarrassing moments, very cringeous moments, because of the comments, the facetious things that person says. One day we attended a funeral. While we were gathering with the family and we were chatting just after the funeral, hey, he said, Yazin, Uban and Van was such a great man. Hey, that man, that person used to ask out women. He was not afraid of women, and he used to have a lot of girlfriends. Yo, Clement, I don't know what got into his head. I felt like I could just dig the ground and get inside, Clement. Hey, no.
Over the years, you've heard me ask Wealth Manager Warren Ingram the big questions. How do we invest wisely? How do we protect our family's future? All those conversations, that entire library of financial expertise is now available as a podcast. Straightforward advice to help you build your wealth on demand. Just search for Warren Ingram's Personal Finance wherever you get your podcasts.